Lawler that just came in a few moments ago. We understand that Jerry Lawler has bruised ribs and King Lawler that just came in a few moments ago. We understand that Jerry Lawler has bruised ribs and King Lawler that just came in a few moments ago. We understand that Jerry Lawler has bruised ribs and King Lawler that just came in a few moments ago. We understand that Jerry Lawler has bruised ribs and King Lawler.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of your Scottish WWE Roundup. I am your trusty co-host, Arran, and I welcome my two guests after the long, well-earned break. Welcome, Alex, and welcome, John. I hope you both had a nice time over the festive period, and I hope you're doing very well.
Yeah, it was pretty quiet for me. First time I've been off with my missus for a few years since she usually works during Christmas with her work.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been decent. I only got one day off, so yeah, it was good.
I mean, that's what happens while working in retail, unfortunately. I had, what was it, a day, 2 days on either side, and then I was right back to it. And here we are. We've not been around for like 4 weeks, and we're just going to touch base on everything that's happened. Now, obviously, because we've got like 4 weeks worth of shows to cover, so we will go through each show, but we'll just say there's a segment, if who won the match, and then if there's anything that we think from the match was that we enjoyed from the match, with so we're not here for hours and hours. And then when we get to obviously this week's Raw, NXT and SmackDown, will cover based on that more the way that we normally do. So Monday Night Raw from the 22nd of December 2025. So almost near enough 2 months ago, boys. That is very, very scary. So we had the following matches. We had Asuka with Kairi Sane, and she obviously defeated Rhea Ripley. We had my boy Javon Evans defeating Rio Americano. Obviously, he had Bravo Americano with him. We also had Bayley with Lyra Valkyria, and she defeated Roxanne Perez, but she also had Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Get the flipping words out properly. And we had Austin Theory and Bronson Reed with Paul Heyman, and they defeated CM Punk and Rey Mysterio. Now, I could see the way for some of these matches, the way they're going with the stories that they're building, that we'll have seen. And I don't know about you guys, but I think it's been great, because obviously with them being in Europe just now, we as like the time difference from America and that, it's been great for us, because we've been able to see the shows at a reasonable time and not have to like wait until the next day, because obviously it's on at 1 or 2 in the morning for us, and then watch it back so we could do what we're doing. So I think it's been nice to see that. And obviously when the Rumble comes along as well, that's going to be the same. That's going to be like a 7 o'clock showing for us on Netflix. So we're Raw, then we'll go to NXT. Is there any matches from Raw from almost a month ago that stand out, match night, or anything that you feel that is building towards for the Rumble as we get there through everything else?
Right, from that particular Raw, for me, I'm going to give it to Javon.
Yep.
For match of the night for that one.
Yep, 100%.
I think like the tag team match.
Oh, you're going the Austin Theory match. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Even though that was technically not Austin Theory, Javon Evans' actual debut.
No, I know it wasn't. I know, because we're going to touch on that. We will.
Oh yeah, and
We
I'm
will
happy
touch
for
on that because I am very, how should we put it, without getting too much into it, I'm very keen with what happened, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so moving on to NXT on the following evening. So we had Lola Vice versus Izzy Dame with Sean Spears, and Lola Vice won this match. Then we get the Blake Monroe and Thea Hale segment, obviously compared to that's because what happened in their match and how there was a complete muck up after it and everything else. With the total botch with the music and that. So they were discussing that and how she's wanting her title shot and everything else again. Then we get after that segment, which I thought was a really good segment, which it's confused me with what happened in New Year's Evil because I don't understand where it goes now. But we'll get to that. TV and Heights versus Eli Knight, and obviously Mr. Heights won his match. Then we get obviously Oba Femi and Leon Slater interview, hyping up their match at New Year's Evil. And I have something I have to say about that when that match comes out, when we talk about that, because we'll be touching base on that quite a lot, because also what happened after as well, if you know what I mean. Ricky Saints and then Javon segment, because obviously, if memory serves me correctly, Javon is facing Ricky Saints for the belt because he was the sole survivor and stuff. Mate, that's how long ago it was. I look at. Give me a second. I don't know what the hell's going on here. I've not done anything. It's okay, mate. I'm just looking at Messenger and fixing something. I don't know what I've done. There we go. That should be it now. Right. Anyway, sorry. I was looking at Messenger because apparently there's something wrong with the stream, but I don't know. I think I fixed it. I have no idea. So right, yeah. Shannon Lorenzo and Ariana Grace versus Sheila Hill and Skylar.
Stocks.
Yeah. Um. Skylar Ray. Skylar Ray. Sorry. It was Sheila Hill and Skylar Ray won this match. Then we had Lexus King versus Andrew Chase, and obviously Lexus King won that match too. Oh, excuse me. And we get Percy Green with Alba Fire and Ethan Page versus Sol Ruka with Zaria, and Chelsea Green obviously won her match. Thoughts on the card and segments and where they could potentially go with New Year's Evil and stuff.
Was that the match? Was that Shiloh? That Shiloh Hill? Did he not like? Did his tooth not fall out on Ariana Grace?
I think it did, mate. Yes.
That was class.
That was funny though. If you want the funniest moment of that NXT, that was it.
Yeah. Right, SmackDown from Boxing Day. We get the Joe Hendry concert. Now, I'm sure we've seen this twice because it happened on NXT the following week as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I see with this, I feel a lot of people were complaining about it because of what happened in it and everything else, if you know what I mean. But it's Christmas. It's what they do. They put in a segment like this every year without fail. But because what happened within this and the people within the ring as well, you get after the segment, it builds to the match with the Miz, and obviously Joe Hendry wins the match and stuff. Which I again I thought was a good match, but I'm loving though and hating as well. But I'm loving how the Miz is just willing to put folk over as usual, and it's like he doesn't care if that makes sense, if you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So it's good to see. Then we get Aleister Black and a Selena Vega promo, which again I'm liking the way the virus is going with them being like the Black Mass and everything else. I'm looking forward to seeing where it actually goes, if you know what I mean, and how it could potentially go further. Charlotte Flair with Alexa Bliss versus Lash Legend with Nia Jax, and obviously Miss Flair won this match for her team. And what I've been loving with them, I would say it, I've not been on for 4 weeks, but we say it every week. Their partnership, Charlotte and Alexa's partnership, is just growing so much. And I've seen it when they were away on the European tour, especially with Bailey, because I'd seen a tweet the other day, and Bailey was doing the Flair strut and stuff, and says to Alexa, "You better do it, you better do it," and Alexa goes and does it, and honestly, Charlotte's is just in fits of hysterics about it, which I thought was really cool. Then we get a Solo Sikoa promo, hyping up my family tree as what he usually is, and stuff like that. Oh well, was it? I don't think it was really an open challenge as per se, because I think we knew about it because obviously it was pre-thingied, if you know what I mean, pre-taped, because they got
pre-taped.
time off in the holidays, because we spoke about it off air. And obviously you've got Ilya Dragunov versus Carmelo Hayes for the United States Championship, and obviously Carmelo Hayes is now the new US champ, which I was very pleasantly surprised about. But again, a very good match for me on that for me was match of the night. And you've got next after that, you've got Julia and Kiana James versus Chelsea Green and Alba Fire. Obviously, Julia and Kiana James won the match, but it was good to actually get to see Alba Fire having some in-ring competition and actually fighting, because recently, with her being with Chelsea Green, she just seems to be like the security and the Secret Service is what she's doing. She's not actually doing anything, if you know what I mean. So I thought it was good to see that. And then to close the show, we get the Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, and the Aldis segment hyping up what they have when they have their 3 stages of hell, which I think was a good way to close the show before going into obviously Christmas and stuff. Thoughts on the show, and I know what your match tonight is because you agreed with me anyway, Alex. So thoughts on it, the fact obviously this was taped to give them time off over the Christmas period and stuff, but do we have a segment or a match for you, John, that was the befitting of for the evening?
Fair, I want to give credit to the US title match.
Yeah, fair enough. It's interesting because I was like, what the heck? How's it going? Go down because we spoke about it because we knew that they were all fair and everything else and what they were doing, and I thought, well, it's nice to see the change, but I didn't expect it so quickly, if you know what I mean, because what Dragunov's been doing and how well he's been going with it. So, moving to Raw on Monday night, 29th of December. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Oh, Jesus, sorry. The show opens, if memory serves me correctly, Alex, with the Vision segment.
Yeah. Probably the most boring segment of the whole show.
Yes, 100%, because I get what they're trying to achieve with it and how they're trying to make Austin Theory included in everything else, but I still am not 100% sure if that makes sense. So then we get the triple threat match for the US title. It was Stephanie Vaquer versus Nikki Bella.
US title?
US title, yeah, sorry, sorry,
women's
fuck, fuck.
Alex, Arran, sorry.
Yeah, I know, sorry, fucking hell. Oh my God, wow. Jesus Christ.
Podcast, you know we get a fuck up.
Right, anyway, so Stephanie Vicaire versus Nikki Bella versus Raquel Rodriguez, and obviously Vicaire retains the belt. But was there not a mix-up as well in this? It looked like, was someone not tapping, but then there was a pin or something? Or that's the way it looked like in the angle. It was like there was a tap, but then the pin, but because from the ref's angle, he didn't see the tap, but he'd seen the pin happen instead.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute. So me watching it in real time, I'm thinking, wait a minute, they've just tapped. So technically, they should be the champ because it's triple threat rules. But because the way how quickly it happened and then how Vicaire rolled them over. And then we get the Kabuki Warriors promo, which, again, I'm loving how she just keeps fucking shouting at her. How Asuka and Kairi Sane just keep shouting at each other. It's brilliant. R-Truth versus Gunther. Now, how the fuck did this match actually come about? Honest to God.
I have no idea.
But
it wasn't a good match either.
no, it wasn't, mate. But obviously, it's portraying to make Gunther look bigger and better and everything else because we know what's fucking going to go down the line this fucking year. He's going to fucking potentially, you know what, with Mr. Styles.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen. I think.
I don't either, mate. But I want to know what, because looking good with the partnership they have with TNA as well. I think it's brilliant because.
By the way, you're talking about the tap out for the women's match.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when AJ and Gunther had their match? Gunther tapped out as well.
Yes, we'll get to that, mate.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet. That's a couple away, man. My word, we're not there yet.
You're thinking ahead, John.
Yes, way too far ahead. But anyway, then we get Rey Mysterio versus Austin Theory. Rey Mysterio won that match. And then we get the Becky Lynch and Maxine Dupree promo. Now, I thought this was a very, very good promo. Very, very good. And it sets up things that are to come leading up to, because obviously we've got what happens going forward and what's coming for Mania as well, if you know what I mean. Now, what the fuck? Why? Why did they decide to do this and make them drop the fucking belts to the Usos? Why? Why? Fucking why?
Because I think it was AJ Styles and Dragon Lee's idea for
fair
the
enough.
belt.
Fair enough. So they could go and do their own separate things because AJ's been on TNA and stuff, right? That makes sense.
For that Monday Night Raw there, that tag team match at the end was the best match of the night.
Oh, yeah.
Because you had the Usos, you had Dragon Lee, AJ Styles, and it had everything.
Yeah, it did, and it's because what they do is we know what AJ and that could do with the tag team that they formed, and then the same with what the Usos. It just made the match itself, and that I agree definitely. For me, that stole the match of the night 100%. Can't say any more than that. But that answers. I was shocked because I thought, I know they've not had the belts long, and I was like, oh, we've still got the belts back, happy because they're back together. But I just wasn't expecting it. Anything to add?
I don't think anyone was expecting it at that point.
No, I wasn't. I was expecting it maybe like next.
Maybe it happened at the Rumble.
Yes, I was expecting that was when it is, but I think it makes sense with what I've seen with what happened, how AJ was over on TNA and how what's happened there and how he's came out and said, could he have one more final shot at potentially going for the TNA World Title as well? So that could be the reasoning behind it. Now, anything to add for Raw, John, before we move on to NXT?
Nah, but I'm just thinking. Remember how Roman said, "I'll see you at Christmas"?
I know.
Could that have been the present that he was gifting the Usos?
Yes, I never thought of that, mate. I never actually thought of that. Now, NXT on the 30th of December. First match of the evening was Ethan Page versus Moose. And obviously, Ethan Page won this match. Now, he's building himself up so well as a fucking heel. He's so over. He knows the points to hit. But for me as well, it was really good because I've seen Moose before, but it's really good to get to see him in action in a WWE ring as well. I don't know about you guys, but I just thought Ethan Page, to start with, I wasn't with him. I'm so hooked now. I am so into it, where he's going, if you know what I mean.
Ethan's got that charisma that you can just look at him and he can be annoying, but it's an intriguing annoying.
Yes, I totally agree. And then we get Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley promo. Mate, wow. I
Yeah.
love listening to the two in the ring when they do the promos and stuff, and I could see why, when we get there, why the things have happened that have happened and where it's going to go for towards the Rumble and everything else.
Yeah.
But I just thought this was really good, and it set the tone for what's to come, and what can still happen with the Rumble on its way around the corner as well, if you know what I mean. JCJ versus Ren Sinclair, not Rain Sinclair, Ren Sinclair, and obviously JCJ won this match. Again, very, very good, I think. I don't know about you guys. It's just proven, excuse me, what happens on New Year's Eve as well, as to why they've went and done what they've done. I understand it now, but at the time I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting to see where all that stuff develops with Monroe, Hale, Dame, and all the other moving parts within it. But we'll touch on that very, very soon when we get there. So, does anyone want to talk through Joe Hendry Concert Part 2?
I thought it was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Ah.
And the fact, mate, he's just happy to do it. He's loving his life. And it looks like, obviously, because TNA Genesis there, it looks like that was his last match on TNA over the weekend there, just from what I've seen with him tweeting out saying what a way for him to end and stuff, and that. So it looks like anytime now, yes, we know he's in the roster page, but he's not actually, like, because we've seen others doing it, like obviously Jordana Grace is now a part of SmackDown. Trick Williams is part of SmackDown. Leon is part of SmackDown, but I'm not giving all this out, but we'll touch on why I'm pissed off with the way the way that was done and stuff. Yeah, I agree. Brilliant. And I'm just loving that he's loving doing what he's doing, and the character's just so over. TV on Heights versus Lexus King. Obviously, Heights again. Oh, fuck. I thought it was a way to say his name wrong, but it's not. It's right. Fuck me, man. OTM versus Swipe Right. And I thought, wait a minute, what?
Where's swipe left and where's swipe right?
Yes.
It's just something at a Tinder.
Exactly, mate. Boof, boof. That's when I was reading it thinking, wait a fucking minute here. Right, obviously, it must be a group because it's OTMR people. Like, so Swipe Right must be that must be their name and stuff. But obviously,
But,
OTM.
sorry, swipe right, but I'm swiping fucking left.
Don't tell me you're on Tinder, John.
Oh,
I'm not gonna
fuck me,
away,
man.
Alex.
Wow.
So I confirmed it.
Nothing
John,
would
this fuck was on
surprise
Tinder.
me if he's
Swipe
fucking
left
on
all the
Tinder,
way.
mate. Honest to fucking God. Wow.
Oh,
Anyway,
here we go.
sorry. As we always do, we digress and we move to other shit unusual. Right, we've got Javon Evans versus Ricky Saints. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't say any more because I just loved him. Yes, Ricky won the match, but it just shows why we have now got him on the main roster. It just shows, and we've been calling for it for months and
Too
months
long.
and months. And see, when that happened, I think we collectively all, and we'll touch on it more, or when I'd seen it, I think because John was working, I knew that. I think I'd text you first, Alex. And then when
Yep.
John got home, he was like, wow. I was like, yes, I know, but I'm raging. And then you both knew straight away why I was unhappy, if you know what I mean, because it didn't feel right. But we'll touch on that when we get there. So, do we have a match of the night or anything else? Or segment or anything? Or segment that you enjoyed the most?
Joe
I
Henry
think,
concert.
yeah,
Yeah,
it has
Joe
to be
Henry
a Joe
concert.
Henry
Yeah,
concert.
yeah, 100%. Right. Oh, I'm missing a page. I'm missing a page. Yes, I am. Right. You, Alex, you could run with Raw before the 31st because that page just seems to be missing. You could run with that, my friend. I've lost
So
my
this would
page.
be the January 5th edition of Raw, the Stranger Things.
No, wait a minute. No, it's SmackDown. Shut up. It's
No,
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
SmackDown on the 2nd. I've got it here. I'm doing a John jumping ahead. Fuck me. Right. SmackDown on New Year, 2nd of January, opens with his promo. And was he not complaining because he wasn't involved in the tournament, the Cena's Last Man tournament and everything else. And then a certain someone else's music hits, interrupts him. And he
Archer?
gets no,
No?
no. Give me the three words he gets, please, Alex.
Oh, right,
RKO.
yeah.
Yes. He gets, and it's like, he came out, he's wearing the blue t-shirt, and then I love how he's now got the t-shirt, his black one with the RKO everyone. I'm thinking that is just absolute class. But it was just how he was rapping on, his music hits, and he says to him, Happy New Year, Miz, RKO, and boom, to send the fans happy. I know it opened the show, but just to get that at the start of the show, and again, yes, I know this is already pre-taped and everything else, right? But to get that to start your show, I was just like, wow. And I'm thinking, I know he's had time off and everything else, like others having. I get that, and that's what I love about this current regime and everything else, if you know what I mean. They've had time off with their families or whatever, but just to see him back and again, just kicking off from where he left off and just absolutely enjoying the moment and being in the moment and just he's so happy to just take the piss but still be able to wrestle as well, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So we then get Kabuki Warriors and Nia Jax and Lash Legend versus Rio, Alexa Bliss, and Charlotte Flair. And obviously, Ripley, Sky, Flair, and Bliss win the match. And
Yeah.
I'm loving this combination of this, and this is obviously this definitely is leading to 100% a fatal four way at the Rumble. I could see it just because what happened this week as well on between Raw and SmackDown. I just see it actually, if not at the Rumble, potentially Saturday night main event next week. If it's not at the Rumble, there'll be the triple. I know there's a fatal four way for the men's thingy, and we're going to touch base on that when we get to SmackDown anyway.
I think because the Rumble only has 2 title matches, I believe, or 3 title matches in the men and the women's Rumble.
Yes, I have something to say about the Rumble, but we'll wait till we get to.
I think, you know what, I think it's going to be all right, but I don't think it's going to be the best Rumble.
It's
No,
not that,
because
it's a fact, right? We're
we all
what?
know because the Rumble's in Saudi Arabia this year.
Yep.
It's going to be remembered for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
And
100%.
so is next year's WrestleMania.
Yes, exactly, because it's not for us brilliant, right? Again, because it's on at a reasonable time, right?
Aye.
Right, but you're right. It's going to be thinking for the wrong reasons, and they're getting hate already because with the stadium that they're building outside and everything
Is it
else,
finished?
and the fact, like, mate, we're 2 weeks away from the Rumble, and that, and what my bugbear about it right now is Now, times have gone before, right? I know they've been building storylines and whatever else, what's happened over the festive period, and because they're doing the European tour, I get that, right? Because it's the European tour all over the place. Is currently called Road to the Rumble because that's where they're at. But the only person we've had confirm for the Rumble as of now is Cody Rhodes, and the Rumble is next week. Like, you know, like the Rumble's in 2 weeks. But people by now, or by the start of December, midway through December, or even at the start of this month, we kind of knew who was going to be in the men's and the women's Rumble. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that no other than Cody mentioned it on SmackDown on Friday night, that's my bugbear. I'm thinking, okay, are they maybe doing it deliberately so we do get more surprises? Or is it now that it's going to start happening because Cody's mentioned it, so is it going to on Raw on Monday night? Is someone going to mention it on Raw on Monday night? Right, I enter myself into men's rumble, and you know what I mean. It's just the fact we've got an idea. There's maybe 10 or 12 for both men and women. If I really put out there and said, "Oh yeah, I'm taking a spot in the rumble. Oh yeah, I'm going to have a spot in the rumble." So that's my bugbear. And again, it's not going to be remembered for the right reasons as well. So, welcome back. Welcome back. Pete Wilson didn't have a clue who he was facing. Now I love he's got his own music. And Woo 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 starts. But then it turns into Mr. Cardona. So he is now a fully fledged member of SmackDown because it was announced on commentary on this evening by Corey Graves and Michael Cole that was happening. And obviously, Matt won the match. Very happy to actually see him back in WWE. But because he's not in WWE, because he's in WWE, sorry, I won't get to see him next month. Because obviously his commitments, he won't be at FTO, which these things happen. It can't be helped because he was one of the guys I wanted to meet, but that's that due to unforeseen circumstances.
Wanted to meet his wife.
Eh?
You just wanted to meet his wife.
Yeah, well, yeah, there is that. But anyway, but no, what? So happy the fact that he grinded his ass back out on the indie scene to be back. What 8 years? He's been away from it or whatever. You know what I mean? He's been away from WWE for the length of time, and the fact that I think it quickly happened after he was in the last time as now tournament. That's when the conversations started happening about him coming back and stuff.
You know what? It's a bit like the Drew McIntyre Cody Rhodes story where he's went back, he's left WWE, he's come back. I think he's got a world title run in him.
I do too, mate. I do too. But again, you know what? Just very happy for him. And then we get Sami Zayn and a Trick Williams promo because obviously now we alluded to it. Trick Williams looks like he is. If I'm now on SmackDown, and stuff, and I'm just loving hearing the crowd getting behind him and with the NXT crowd. Obviously, the Americans know, but especially the European crowd because obviously when it was on because they were at Wembley Arena and when his music hit, it was like whoop that trick, and everybody was getting into it. And
Everybody just elaborated to it.
I thought it's just absolutely class. And then we get Mr. Hayes versus Mr. Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, and Mr. Hayes wins. We get another Mr. McIntyre promo to hype up about the. Was this not to discuss what the match was? Because he had the stipulation and stuff that it was going to be what the stipulation was and because it was 3 stages of hell, but because Drew was the one that was getting to pick him. So was this not him telling us as fans what these 3 stages were going to be?
I think it was him.
Yeah. So it was a normal wrestling match, a falls count anywhere match, and a steel cage match was the 3 stages of hell for that match. And I mean, I can't wait to talk about that match, I'm only honest. Chelsea Green versus Julia for her title. And Chelsea Green is no longer the US champion.
No.
Because Julia wins.
Coming,
Say that again, mate.
Can I seen that one coming?
I I kind of did as well, purely because she pays her dues, right? And is this what she's had to sacrifice to be able to have to be working with her man as well? I'm not saying it is, but you know what I mean. I'm not.
Back to that.
Yeah. I'm not saying it is, John. Right, but just great to see them together, being on the road and everything else, and that. But he also like because he put out a tweet. 'Cause I mentioned this to Craig when we were speaking on Tuesday with Danny Clark. The fact that he put out a tweet or whatever saying, yes, he maybe didn't win his first. He was glad to be back, won his first match and everything else. But the fact that they were wherever they were someplace. They ended up in because of the European tour. They flew from wherever they were. They did in the space of 2 or 3 days. They did what 70 or 80,000 air miles, and turned up to also MSG to be part of an event that WWE were promoting. And he,
Yeah.
as himself as a wrestler, said he could not wait to actually be able to wrestle again at MSG in WWE. And he says he's missed being able. He's missed that the grind that they had like when he was on the show
Yeah.
before, which I thought was great.
He likes his traveling.
Yes, 100%. So then to close the show, we get Damian Priest versus Aleister Black. Obviously, Damian
Was it an
Priest.
ambulance match?
Yes, ambulance match. It was, mate. And mate,
The
this
first
is
ever ambulance match on SmackDown.
first ever ambulance match on SmackDown, and it's a new year, so there we go. Well, what I thought was brilliant was how Rhea Ripley was sitting, waiting in that ambulance, and he goes to open the door, and she's there, and she's just like, doo-doo-doo-doo. And then obviously Selena is there, and that. Oh, I know they've got their own programs going on with other things that are going on in the show, but I still don't see this stuff with Priest. Excuse me, with the Terror Twins and Aleister Black and Selena Vega. I still do not think any of that is over. Now, before we move on, excuse me, to Monday Night Raw, Stranger Things. Oh, Jesus Christ, sorry. Do we have a moment of the evening or a segment of the evening that we were happy with or would like to go into more detail with?
You know what? I like the ambulance match.
Yeah, I was about to say the ambulance match.
The fact we've not had one in a while, and it's, as John alluded to, it's the first one we've had on SmackDown, if you know what I mean.
I think the last one we had was Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre for WWE Championship.
Yes, you're absolutely correct, my friend. You're absolutely correct.
And Tommaso Ciampa, the reason why Johnny Gargano's back in singles competitor is because it's not looking likely Tommaso Ciampa signing back with WWE.
That's that does look that way. That's very, very true. Right, so moving on to Raw on the 5th of January. So obviously, because Stranger Things is now finished and everything else, before this alluded, before this was thinking, they built up a promotion with it saying Stranger Things and everything else. They even did turn the logo upside down when they were promoting it. Even even Alan Pierce made allusion to things, and he tried to, I think, throw a curveball in there with fans as well, because we all want a certain Mr. You Know Who to appear. And he then says in it, because where the arena was, let's break the walls down. And I'm thinking, he just did not fucking do that in his promo on Twitter. And if he does show up, fine. The fans are going to be, okay, you've told us he's potentially here. But if he doesn't show up, the fans are still going to complain. But for me, right, I thought the show itself, we'll get into it in a minute, right? I thought the show itself was a good show. But if you're going to have a collaboration, I know it's Netflix, right? And I know they've probably said to them, this is what we want. But if you're going to have a collaboration because the story from the Duffer Brothers is just finished and ended, right? And I know they've created a Stranger Things title belt, and that looks fucking class as hell, right? Because we've seen it at ringside. But why not have some of the characters, right? that were involved. So I know it's not finished the week before, so why not have them at ringside? And yes, I get they maybe had other commitments, but if you're going to have this promo thing, why not have some of them there? Or like I said to we both before we went, oh no, Alex, it was you, sorry, because John was busy because he retail with work, he was working later the last time we were on. Well, like I said to you when we were chatting about it, why did they not just have how you get the silly segments that you get? Why not have? Why did they not have R-Truth, right? And I know he's maybe not on fucking Raw, right? But for Stranger Things, why not have him dressed up as in a Vecna suit and someone taking him out? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. There's things like that I was looking for, thinking.
Or we could have had like an interaction with Dustin.
Yes, exactly that. Yes, but the fact that they were just the way they did it, the thing, and the rigging and the wires were wrapped, and you'd seen them at ringside and stuff. But there was, to me, I got why it was done, but if you're going to do it, have some of the stars potentially there if you can, and
I
not.
think the only thing they got right was when they opened the show. They had Corey Graves coming out of the van, and then as soon as it panned out, it looked like they turned the stadium upside down. That was the only
Yes.
thing they did.
Yeah, and then the stuff that they did where, with the wires, how they made it look like it was in the upside down or the abyss, if you know the way they had it. But
Yeah.
I think that's the only things they got right. And I know they probably were limited and everything else, but if you're going to do a collaboration, I think you should do it better, if that makes sense. But that's my bugbear, okay, on it. But anyway, Kabuki Warriors versus who are the champions, which I completely forgot about, versus Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Now, this was for the belts, right? Please tell me I've not fucked this up. And this is where I was so fucking happy. I was so fucking happy because it's been a long time coming. You've seen it. You've seen the build. You've seen the build and you've seen it happening that it could potentially be these two, like I can't remember the proper name, but anyway. Rio. You've seen it building for the last couple of Raws that they're potentially going to put the belts on them. So, quite frankly, I'm very happy that they are now the champs. And I just, again, what they do in the ring, the four of them, honestly, this match has been built for weeks with the backstage segments and everything else. But what the four of them did in this match, I think sold it, and it made me even more happy with the fact that we've got to the end goal that they are now champs, and I'm very, very happy. You guys' thoughts before we move on slightly a little bit?
I thought it was a really good match.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, the right people won.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Like you
It's
said,
nice
it
to
was a
see
long time coming.
Yep.
And the build to the match was really good as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just nice to see a fresh set of competitors winning a belt.
Yeah, definitely. And we get a Gunther segment. Now, this was alluding to because him and AJ are facing soon, I believe. Or I've maybe mucked up somewhere down the line. Is this what this segment was alluding to? Gunther. I can't
Yeah.
actually remember.
Yeah, it was basically he come out and got on the announce table, started rambling about John Cena.
That's it, yes.
AJ took disrespect to it, calmed down, he slapped him in the face, and then they went backstage, went to Pierce, I want him next week, and then that's when that match was made.
Perfect. I knew it was somewhere. Nah, wait a minute. So I'm not going mucking my ass up. This was for the belt, right? Becky and Maxine was for the belt, yes?
Yeah.
Right, okay, that's fine. So Maxine Dupree was the Intercontinental, whatever belt she's fucking got.
Intercontinental.
I thought that. I'm just making sure I wasn't going. So Maxine Dupree versus Becky Lynch in the rematch for the Intercontinental Championship. And obviously, the last kicker wins the match via, let's see, doing what? Oh, yeah, cheating.
Grabbing the rope.
Cheating. But that's the total heel move.
Yeah.
And everything else. No, I thought you could see how much Maxine has came on, though, We're being training with Natalia, being down to the dungeon and everything else, and like learning from other veterans as well. You could see how, and even her mic skills now, like her mic skills before, she wasn't a. If she was trying to visualize or tell a story, I don't think she could do it properly. But I think with the work she's been doing in the dungeon and wherever else, I think, and working along with that, it has helped her massively, massively. But I could see why we've gone down this road, because it's building for WrestleMania, and we still have what happened at War Games to be resolved with a certain AJ Lee. So that here's my spoiler stroke theory. She's going to turn up, if not on Raw this week, Raw leading up in the next couple of weeks, and she's going to put out the challenge to Miss Lynch and say, I want you at Mania for that belt. That's where I think this is going. Because the stuff with her and AJ still isn't properly resolved, even though AJ's away just now and whatever else. I may be way off cuff, but that's what I think anyway.
And I've got a theory about the Rumble.
Yeah, go for it. Just go for it.
But I know we're jumping ahead here, but I think at Saturday night's main event, I think Sammy's winning the tournament.
We'll talk about that because I have a theory about that too. But yes, I see
And
why.
What I think is going to happen is I think he loses to Drew McIntyre. Then later on that night, he's a surprise entrance in the Rumble. He gets that Mania moment.
That's Saudi, because it's in Saudi and Saudis love him. Yeah,
No,
that's not where
WrestleMania this year is in Vegas.
Yes, I'm thinking
No,
what
Aaron's meaning, Alex, is the Rumble's in Saudi.
Yes,
yeah.
So I know. Yes, you'll get the Mania moment there, but I think you're right, John, because because obviously Saturday night main event. Because we're jumping ahead, so we'll go with it. Because it is in Montreal, it is in Sammy's hometown. I do think yes, he is going to, as you say, win, but he won't. Obviously, come the Rumble, Drew will stand tall. And as you say, I think if he doesn't enter the Rumble, he could potentially enter the Elimination Chamber. And if he doesn't go for Drew's belt, he could go for the other belt if he doesn't enter the Rumble and win the Rumble. But I see where you're thinking with it. So after the Maxine Dupree one, because John's on there thinking about Rumble, because I love it. We get a Usos promo hyping them up because they've now the new tag champs and everything else, and what they say they're going to do and all that jazz. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm looking forward to it. Then we get Stephanie Vaquer and Raquel's segment. Now, I think this is because obviously, was it not Raquel that was meant to have tapped at the last, when there was a triple threat?
Yes.
And then I'm sure this is what this is alluding to, because obviously she says, actually, I tapped, but the ref didn't see, if I'm right. And it leads backwards and forwards. So, unless it's been announced, because I'm not sure, I could see them if potentially facing off at Saturday night main event for her belt at Saturday night's main event, if it's not already been sorted and announced. I mean, sugar hell, Jesus. Liv Morgan versus Lyra Valkyria. I couldn't remember the girl's name there. And Liv Morgan wins this match. Very happy to see Liv back again and doing the stuff. And I think she's going to potentially, she may win the Women's Rumble. That's my theory, but I may be wrong. CM Punk.
But what if she does and eliminates Raquel?
Oh, mate, don't.
You know what would be awesome?
Nice.
If Sol Ruka entered the Rumble and won it.
That would be. Now, this was CM Punk versus Braun Breaker. Now, this was for CM Punk's title, I believe, yes?
Yeah.
And CM Punk, mind games. How he came out with a jacket, like the way his father did before, when
Uh-huh.
years ago with the blue
Yeah.
jacket, and he had the opponent's name somewhere on it, or his name on it, but then and then Punk came out with a similar jacket with CM Punk on it. I thought that is class, done his homework and everything else.
Yeah.
No deniability. Braun Breaker will enter the Rumble. And he will, at some point this year, he will definitely win the title, 100%. I do not know when, but he will 100% take that belt off of CM Punk.
And do you know? Do you know what? I say this all the time, but I seen a video on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Now I think they should have went with the video that I saw, because it was like CM Punk had like won the match, and then it was like Stranger Things had, like, the monster,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then they had like a countdown, and then it was like Jericho on the stage with a microphone, and he says, "Remember me?" with a bottle of whiskey,
Yeah.
and then it just shut off, and I was like, "That's classic. That happens."
The thing is, mate, I get they're teasing it and everything else, but I think his contract with AEW doesn't actually end until the day before the Rumble. So
Yeah,
we're going to get the teasers, and then boom, Rumble happens. He will be in the Rumble. You know, that's it. Like
because
he's
his last tour date with Fozzy is, I believe it's either the 26th or the 27th of January.
yeah. So if it's not in the Rumble, if he's not in it, he may turn up on the Raw after it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you always get, if you're not in the Rumble, someone shows up potentially, usually after. So do we have, excuse me, a match or a segment of the evening that we enjoyed?
I'd probably say the Rio and Kabuki Warriors.
Yeah, 100%, mate.
You know
Totally.
what? I actually enjoyed the World Heavyweight title match.
Fair enough. Right. Moving on to NXT on the 6th of January.
New Year's Evil.
Yes, thank you. New Year's Eve. I thought that was this week, but anyway.
Yeah, we've got a few things to talk about that.
Right. Start us off, because I thought New Year's Eve was just there.
No, New Year's Evil
No,
was.
that was the 6th of January.
6th of January, right. Where do you want to start? Do you want to go through it, or do you just want to talk about what you want to talk about?
Just go through it.
So, Ricky Saints promo. Now, is this because he lost the belt? Or is this because of something else?
Uh,
I can't actually remember. I just know he did a promo.
was he
I was
not
just.
facing? No, in fact, no. Ricky lost the belt
Yes.
on a normal NXT show,
Yes.
and it was just bitching and moaning why he lost.
That's it. There we go.
Yeah.
Now, this is what I really want to talk about. The next match. Where the fuck are they going with this? No, it's not this one. Shut up. It's further down. I'll shut the fuck up. I will shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ, I will shut the fuck up, because the person involved in this match is in another match later on. That's why I've fucked up.
Is this Izzy Damon, Tatum Parksley?
Yes, take us away, John. Go for it.
Do you know what? I like I say, these two are absolutely phenomenal. They know how to work a promo, and they know how to work a match together, and they're just growing and growing and growing every freaking week.
I can't add any more than that. They're just, honestly, and why? Why? And you know what I'm talking about, but we'll wait till we get there, okay? Because I do not understand why they've gone this route and what it means for everything else.
But I'm going to say this now. Tatum Parksley's fucking insane with that chainsaw.
Oh, yeah, mate. How she just came out and she's running up with it. I'm like thinking, what? Sure. And I thought, who the fuck allowed her to have a chainsaw? You know what I mean?
Do you know who she reminds me of? Wendy Chu.
Yes, yes. So then we get Jessie Jane versus Kendall Gray, and Jessie Jane won. Again, I'm loving that we're getting to see Kendall Gray, the Evolve champion, showcasing her talent on NXT, and to go up against the likes of Jessie Jane because she's a veteran right now. And
Yeah.
yes, fair enough, she didn't win, but for her to be able to learn from potentially them, Titan Paxley, and whoever else in the women's locker room at the moment in NXT, it's just gonna help her even more, if you know what I mean.
Do you know who's quite high on her at the moment? Who's got quite a high opinion of Kendall Gray?
Ren.
No, Mr. Meltzer.
Yes, I know he does, but well, not with him because he's a fucking fanny.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, I know he's not wrong. I know he's not wrong.
No. I was talking about you, Aaron. I was agreeing with you.
I know he is, mate. He thinks he knows. Like, I know we do this for, like, because we enjoy it, right? But we don't go out there and say what he says. We'll maybe say things that we think as fans. And then,
Yeah.
because we've seen it happening, even though we've spoke about it, like, 2 weeks previous, but then they do it and we're like, someone's clear. In our heads here, we're like, yes, someone is watching, but we know they're not really, if you know what I mean. That's because they book that far ahead, if you know what I mean.
Can I
But
just say something?
how many fights has Meltzer caused on social media?
Oh, so
With everything
many,
he
mate.
said?
Yeah, so many. Go on, John, sorry.
Right, so in the next coming weeks, the Wrist Locks and Long Talks newsletter will be presented by me, Arran, Alex, and Mr. Meltzer.
Fuck Mr. Meltzer, get in the fucking bin. Right, anyway.
Yeah. The main headline: Meltzer's a fanny.
Right, the match that I think this is what you want to talk about as well, Alex, I'm assuming. And the last one as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Thea Hale, open challenge for her belt because whatever happened with Blake Monroe happened. And a certain
Got
Miss.
kicked out of the building
Yes, she got
because they
kicked out.
brawled,
So
they
she.
brawled at the start.
Yes. So a certain Miss Izzy Dame steps up to the plate and takes on the challenge of Thea Hale. And obviously, we now have a new North American champion in Izzy Dame. Fair enough, happy for her, right? Because I love her. But I do not understand. What fucking direction are we going in now? Because Blake Monroe came out, as you say, John, at the start and moaned, and I totally get it because of the
And
botch.
because she attacked the champ, Tia Hale as well.
Yes, so I get what because she should rightfully, in her mind, have a rematch, and I totally get that, right? So she gets kicked out of the building, and then we go down this direction, and we now have a new champ, and so where's the booking going? How does it then? Because it can't solve anything that's happened with Blake and Hale. Yes, they could still have a feud, but neither of them have the
Yeah.
belt. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Could this, because the way they've gone with the booking, is this the reason they've done it to get the heat for both of them? Because the way that their match initially was, and it was a botch and everything else,
Or
or
could it
is
be
it
the
building
same?
towards something else that's going to be a triple threat with the three of them? This just blew my mind.
Yeah, because I'm sure I think this is planting the seed to show that Ava can't cope with booking,
Mm-hmm.
and then she'll get. I think then what I think will happen is I think somebody will get taken out of power of one of the main rosters, like the GMs, like and I most likely will be Nick Aldis,
I'm thinking Adam Pearce.
I'm thinking Alan
and then
Pierce, actually, yeah.
she gets announced as their replacement.
Eva as a Raw GM. The problem you've got there.
Yeah, I don't actually see that
I don't
happening.
see that, right. The thing is,
mean-
she's, and no disrespect to her, right, but between Raw and SmackDown, right, they are doing the jobs that a GM should be doing. The only thing I disagree with is, right, hypothetically, right, so John and Alex, you are currently Raw superstars, right, and you are the current Raw Tag Team Champions, right? So you're in his office and you're having a discussion with Adam Pearce, saying, no, we don't want to fight blah, blah, blah. We'll fight this person and we'll fight them next week. We don't want to fight them this week for the belts. We'll fight them next week. Okay, that match is booked, right? Because you can't be asked, for whatever reason, you don't want to fight this Monday Night Raw, okay? So you've got your wish, but the other team are like, fuck, but I want to fight. I want that tonight. And it's the same with Nick. Like, they'll come in to the office and whoever it is, will ask for a match. Okay, the match is booked. But then when people step out of fucking line, right, they do stuff about it. They suspend you. Like, look at what happened with Braun Breaker, which we'll touch on, right? Look what happened with Braun Breaker. Like on Raw there, right? Well, we'll touch on that properly, but look at what happened there. Look at what Adam Pearce has done there. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, have you seen the similarities between a certain rivalry there?
Yes.
Where Pearson, it's like the modern day Stone Cold event, basically.
Yes, it is, mate. And what I'm loving about it is the fact we're getting back to not the way you had before. Like you had a GM, but yes, they were scripted as well and everything else. But the way they tried to make it back then and for a while was when you had GMs that they were authority figures, but you could take a piss out of them and get away with it, if you know what I mean. Whereas now with both of them, it doesn't look like you can. Ava, you can to a certain extent, but she still does have that little bit of authority. But if they're going to make a change in that way, I wouldn't have her on Raw or SmackDown. I'm sorry. I don't think she'd be able to handle the pressures of running Raw or SmackDown. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think for it's no disrespect to her because it's all different. Most of it's all new because remember,
Do you not think if she was to gain a GM or Raw, she would go through dear old dad to get it?
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yes. That's what I was totally thinking.
Since he is still on the TKO board of directors.
Yes. So, and because remember before, like the same as the way Triple H was when he was the authority. Like remember before they went into the way that they do the programming now, is Triple H is in Gorilla with his people. Shawn Michaels used to do the GM role, but he had the other people underneath him, right? But whereas now they changed it that Shawn was in Gorilla, like the way Triple H is, and she's now the GM, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So anyway, right, Ethan. Sorry, I totally fucking went off topic, but yes, your thoughts on Izzy Dame, boys, and where this all goes. Sorry.
I think we're possibly setting up for a triple threat.
Yeah.
Where it's going to be Izzy Dame, Tatum Paxley, and Blake Monroe.
So take Thea out of the equation completely. That makes perfect sense. But Thea, if it's a triple threat, Thea can cost someone the belt though, because she could get involved. Remember, because it's a triple threat match. Now I like
no
that.
disqualifications whatsoever.
Yes,
So
no, I like that because then the other members of Fatal Influence and that could get involved too. I like that, Alex. I like that.
The one that's not got a title, yeah.
See that again?
The one that's not got a title will probably most likely get involved.
Yeah, but so that's where we're going. You anything to interject or add before I move on, John?
No, I like Alex's. I like what Alex says.
Nice. So we get another heel Mr. Page promo. Go on.
Is this him hyping his match up at Triple A?
Yes, it is, mate.
Do you know what? Triple A, I think it needs a booker. I think it needs a proper major booker.
Other than who's currently booking it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because now this is going way off topic again.
Is this because what you spoke to me about today?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Why would you have a Grande Americano, right? A heel, right? go up against Vikingo, who's meant to be a face.
Mm-hmm.
Then he attacks El Grande Americano, but then Rey Mysterio comes down and saves El Grande Americano. Even though El Grande's meant to be pals with Dom, and Ray and Dom are in a feud.
Rain
Doesn't
Dot,
make
yeah,
sense.
I get, but could it be because it's AAA, right? And it's Lucha Libre culture. And yes, they know what's going on with him and Dom, but we haven't revisited that yet. And because he was on the show to open the show and being Mexican and everything else, is that the culture way? And that's why he's came out and made the save, even though that he's a heel. Does that make sense? And Mr. Giant Omos, what the fuck? I forgot he existed.
Yeah, he come out. He come out and help Vikingo
Yes.
win the match.
Yes. What the fuck? So is he on AAA now, by the looks of things?
Yeah.
But
He's on AAA.
Yeah, so
Like,
that was
but
him
that's
hyping
what
up
I
his
don't
match
get.
in AAA, but yeah.
That's what I don't get it for, right? How can a big tall guy like a Moss, like, and Triple H meant to be a luchador company?
It's meant
I
to be,
mean, can you
yes.
imagine if Omos somehow managed a Hurricane Rana
Yeah, I
I was
know.
just about to say,
I know.
He would smack his head off the canvas.
Exactly
dude,
that.
can you just imagine him doing the West Coast pop?
Oh, don't, mate. Don't fucking hell. Right, Alex. Go on, take us on through the main event and your bugbear with this main event of Mr. Femi and Mr. Slater and Mr. Femi retaining.
I thought it was a real good match.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, I did think Leon Slater was going to win,
100%, mate. So did I.
but we all knew Obafemi was winning.
Yes.
But none of us saw what came next.
No.
No.
No. Carry on
Because
and I'll give my thoughts too.
the next thing you see is he's raising the title up, kissing it, and then the title's just sitting there, middle of the ring.
Yeah.
But you never actually got to see him put the title down
No. That was
because it
the only
went to
thing.
a it went to a backstage segment, and you just see Robert Stone opening the door and going, "Ava, did you just see what happened?" And then it went back to the ring. The title was sitting there, and then I said, and somebody was in the crowd.
So, sorry, we just had a comment from Piley4480. Alex, your face. Ha ha.
What is wrong with my face?
I'm assuming she's alluding to the what we've just spoke about. I've no idea,
Yeah.
but anyway. So
Oh, I know who that is. I know who that is.
that's fine. So yeah, I agree with you both. We didn't see any of it coming, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" But we knew he was retaining, right? Like you say, and I at one stage I thought, okay, Leon didn't win. Okay, Oba's done it, did that with a title. But if you're going to do that, if you are fledgling a way to make a jump to the main roster, I get, right, don't get me wrong, I get that Leon is the X Division champ and doing what he's doing on fucking TNA, right? But why couldn't they, if that was the play and they're going to wait to have a number one contenders match for this belt, why did they just not allow Leon to win the fucking belt if they knew that's what they were going to do? He could have had two belts because obviously Keilana Jordan at one point was a TNA Knockouts champion. So what's the fucking difference?
Because what I think they're wanting to do is, I think they're wanting to have the sole focus for the next 3 weeks
Mm-hmm.
being a build up to a new champion being crowned. But I don't think they're wanting to give anything away. They're wanting to keep us all in suspense.
True, but to me, I get Leon probably won't bother, but to me, like that, I'm like, really? I've worked. I'm thinking to myself, right? Okay, I'm not winning this, and obviously he probably would have known that was what was going to happen because these things are known, right? But I'm like, if that was me, and they're saying this is what's going to happen, and say, well, why? If that's what he's doing, Why not then? Just let me go over then. Let me have the belt. And if you think I'm not the one, then you could take the belt off me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my thinking. But I just, again, I just didn't get, it didn't make sense. Yeah, we knew he was winning, but then to do that, and I know it's building suspense and everything else. So before we move on to SmackDown, and we're almost there, boys, do we have a segment, good or bad, for that NXT?
Leon Slater
Um,
over.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm only saying that because I want to find out what Tony D's got to do with it.
Fair enough.
Because I want to know why. I want to know why his promos, like, well, not his promo, but I want to know why he starts when he comes out. They show the bridge,
Yeah.
and I want him to evolve that, if you know what I mean, and come out and tell us what this bridge means to him.
No, I get that. Totally get that, mate.
John, are you wearing a headband?
That's what I was thinking.
No, it's a head cooler thing. I've got a short head.
Oh, okay. We'll try not be too much longer for you, dude. Don't worry. Right. SmackDown, the 9th of January, opens with Randy Orton promotion. And yes, it did. Because all I know, it opened, didn't get to say very much. And then Mr. Whoop there, trick. Whoop there, trick.
Yeah, because wasn't it like the tournament match?
He comes in, they're chatting away, and then he faces Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix versus Trick Williams.
Yeah.
So that the match started and whatever else, and I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Where are we going here? So yeah, that was his match for obviously to get into that, unless that's this fucking Friday because everything rolls into one these days.
Yeah, the weeks have been weird.
Again, I thought, no, what? It's great to see that we're getting these NXT stars that have joined the company and whatever else and all that jazz. And the fact that the crowd is over with him and saying his music, which we've alluded to anyway. And give me a take on. Whilst anybody want to allude on that match, whilst I go and figure out what I'm looking for.
Trick Williams, he's come up from the NXT and he's just proven himself week in, week out.
Trick Williams match that you're alluding to, that was his first match on SmackDown. The tournament match actually happened on SmackDown this week because there was 4 matches, like sort of back to back for the number 1's contender. So this was his actual first match as a SmackDown superstar.
Back to that.
Yeah, go for it, man. So Julia versus Alexa Bliss, John, and obviously Julia won the match. Thoughts, my friend?
Yeah, no, I can see them, like, down the line, I could see them teaming up.
What, Alexa and Julia?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Because their chemistry in the ring is phenomenal. And
Right,
they
okay.
bounce off each other really well. And I think the style of wrestling that they do would make them a dominant force.
Obviously, after this, obviously their tag partners were at ringside. But obviously, after this match, Nia, Jax, and Lash Legend attacked
Come in and attacked Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss, and then obviously Julia tried to help, and then Charlotte, I was going to say Ric Flair, fuck's sake, Charlotte Flair got in the ring to try and help, and she took her out as well. And then Julia and Kiana James. Julia's trying to go at them, and Kiana James is holding her back, and she's going like this, kick it, no, and she's like, no, stop. And I thought that was class. But what I thought was pretty cool as well, though, is when Nia and Lash got in the ring together, they were wearing matching baggy jeans and matching jackets and stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought that was pretty class.
You know what I was going to say? I was going to say something there, Aaron. Like, you just said you were about to say Ric Flair. I was going to say that's some fucking height difference.
I know.
Were you going to tell him me, John?
Eh?
Were you going to call Aaron me?
Yes, I think he was away to try it. So there we go. Now, was this match for Wyatt 6 versus MFTs? This wasn't. No, it's next week. It's for the belts, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Because is this not where the lantern first got stolen from
Yeah.
Uncle
Yes.
Howdy? So either during or after the match or whatever, I can't remember. But the lantern got stolen. This build up with them to get to where we get to the final goal next week. That match
Right.
again.
I'm gonna say this right. I've been watching back WWE 2014, 2015,
Mm-hmm.
and do you know it's not the first time that Samoan has stolen the lantern?
Yes, I do. I do. Do you also remember? Because I've seen this clip today. Because we've gone off topic again. You remember? I can't remember when it was, but Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt were teaming together.
2018.
2018, and they were. I don't know who they were facing the ring, but you get Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel.
Yeah.
They're together, and Curtis Axel's dressed like Broken Matt, and
Yeah.
Bo Dallas with the thingy. And just when you're talking about Lantern, I seen that today, and I'm thinking, in my head, I'm thinking, right, okay, you're portraying him in a different light now because you're carrying on the stuff that he was doing. And I'm thinking, that's gone full circle moment, like 2018 to now 2026, and he's doing mysterious shit that Bray Wyatt was doing when he was here. I thought, wow. Anyway, sorry, moving on. Alba Fire versus the newest. Well, did she sign a contract then? Yes. Or was it the week before? When did she sign her contract? Jordana Grace, when did she sign her contract?
She did
Was
sign
it
a
not
contract.
last
She
week?
got
So
announced
last week, yeah. So
on
it was a
NXT.
backstage segment,
So
and
Jordan Graves signed her contract last week.
last week. So
And
this
our
was our
first official match was actually
that week. Right. Okay.
that week, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. There we go. See, because she after her match, was that not because she beat Alba Fire? Was that not where then? Okay. Is that not where Jade Cargill came out and said, "You've got my attention"? Like,
Yes, I
and
believe it
stuff.
was.
Oh yeah.
And so that's building. I know because obviously stuff happened again on this SmackDown with that as well. So I think that's going to build towards them two fighting off at some stage. Carmelo Hayes versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Mr. Hayes won the match. Alex, take us away, my friend. Go on.
Match of the night.
Yeah, totally. I didn't think it was
mean,
going to go
we
on as long as it
know-
did.
We know what they're both capable of,
Yep.
but the fact that the match had everything, they both hit their spots. They had some amazing moments during that match.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's about it. I mean, it definitely deserves match of the night for that one.
Oh, yes.
You know
Totally.
what? I loved the ending of the match
Yes.
where Nakamura had the belt, and it was like, is he going to hit him with the belt? Is he going to give him the belt? Is he going to respect him?
Yeah.
And then when he laid down, not laid down, but he went down on his knees and done what the Japanese do best, and just hand him his flowers and be like, "You deserve it."
Yeah. I can't agree more. Match of the night. Close second is the main event, I think. So we're going to the main event, and Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. 3 stages of hell for the Universal Championship. Now,
Undisputed
Undisputed.
championship.
undisputed, yes.
The Universal was what it used to be
Yeah,
called.
undisputed WWE champion. Sorry. What a match though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
They two of them went toe to fucking toe, and I loved why. I love the 3 stages that Drew picked. Obviously, a match, thought obviously he won the first bout. 2 seconds. He won the first bout, went to the second match, which was Falls Count Anywhere. And mate, that bit from Cody when he dives from the top and the bit because they're fighting and and you could see the crowd and he's looking as much as say, oh fuck, that when he did that was total improv. That was not there. He's looking, he's like, he's there. I've heard him. Fuck it, I'm just going to go from there. See, goes through the table, gets the pin, and then the move, and then it's onto the cage match. You know what I mean? So it's one each.
Yeah.
You get the cage match, and what I loved again when they were inside the steel cage, they both of them utilised this cage to their full advantage. And like, I was freaking out at one point, right? Because how like they climb the cage, and like Drew's got his legs over this side, Cody's got his legs, and then they're punching and like that. And I'm thinking, because at one point they're both sets legs were this way, and I'm thinking, fuck, if he punches him that way and the way he's going, he could easily just fall down. Like Mick Foley when Mick Foley went through a table with Taker. I'm thinking he can just go that way, and the match is over because they've won. But you know what? So fucking happy. But I did not right. Hear me out, and then you guys could have at it as you like, okay? Obviously, the way to win this match is pinfall, submission, or escape the cage, via the top or via the door. So obviously, we get to the point where we're getting to where the finishing point's happening. Drew says to Charles Robinson, "Open the cage." Opens the cage, hooded figure. Knew myself straight away who it fucking hell it was. Jacob Fatu takes the hood off. Fucking Drew backs back, and Michael Cole alludes to says he was the one that definitely attacked him all those weeks ago and knocked his teeth out and stuff. Goes in, does a few touches to him, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, he's taking out him. What the fuck? Cody's still in the corner. He takes out Cody. Drew's none the wiser, and because where he is at the cage, he just like voomf and falls out, and feet hit the floor, and I don't know about you two, right? But I said this to you, Alex, before John came on, before we all went live. I was like the guy when Undertaker lost the streak. Like the meme that goes about, I'm sitting there watching it, like, because I knew John was busy. Messaged Alex and went, "Oh my fucking god, about fucking time!" And then I'm just sitting in disbelief, so fucking happy, but I'm like, wait a minute, no one's cashing in on him. He's getting the moment. He's there. He's got the fans. There's no one to run in and spoil anything. Nothing. And I'm thinking, and then the show goes off air. I was like, fuck yeah. And then I said again to Alex, I says, I hope they do not fucking, because obviously they're in Wembley Arena, like the week there. I says, I hope they don't take a belt off him. But then lo and behold, where was he the next night, boys? In fucking Glasgow. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking, it was totally all written in the stars and everything else. But
that leaves me to question WWE's allegiances for this week's Raw.
Okay. You mean SmackDown?
No.
Raw,
I know
okay.
we're talking about SmackDown, but if you got to think about it, what's happening on Raw tomorrow night?
With Finn in Ireland.
You've got Balor versus Punk for the title.
Yeah.
I would
Demon
like, you know what?
included.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
That's why Finn said he's not coming alone.
Yes.
But
He's not bringing backup. He's bringing his alter ego.
Yes.
could this be the backing off of the Judgment Day, and this could be the evolution of Prince Balor coming back?
Well, did you not notice though in the, and then you guys, I'll let you talk because you've mentioned Raw, but did you not notice in backstage segments on Raw this week, you had the X's in the background? In various different segments, which alludes, because when on his t-shirt, the way he's got it, it's got the where the X's and stuff. Right. Alex, thoughts? I think I know your thoughts.
Well, considering the fact I could not be happier
Yeah.
that Drew finally got his moment in front of the fans without getting screwed over, without getting cashed in on, like you said, this was the second best match of the night.
Oh yeah, 100%, mate.
But with the involvement of Jacob Fatu,
Yeah.
it also leads me to believe that it could have been Cody that attacked him.
Yes, that's
That's
what I
what
was
I
And
thinking. Yeah, because he can't.
when that gets revealed, that's going to trigger his heel turn.
Yes, mate. Yes, basically because of what happened on
Because I think there's a
SmackDown.
videotape floating about with that footage,
Yeah.
and it'll just come out. It wasn't Drew attacked, because Drew's going to be the one revealing it.
Nah, I like that. And as you say, that'll get the Homelander type of Cody version we want of, well,
Yes.
if you know what I mean.
Well, considering Cody's already dressed up as Homelander.
Yes, exactly. Right, John, thoughts?
Now, do we get black hair Cody, or does he keep the bleach blonde hair?
No, I think he'll go back to black hair, mate. If he's going to be heel, he can't keep the bleach blonde hair, sorry.
Do you know what? I thought it was a really good match, but because I was working, folk would come in and were like, "Oh, Drew McIntyre's WWE champion." I'm like, "Oh, great, thanks. Well done."
Because you've not seen it and you're at work. Ah, brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So I was like,
You could have just gave them a Glasgow kiss, John, for spoiling
Okay,
it
go.
for you.
"No, do you know what I done? I shut my checkout and told them they had to go to self-scan."
So you can actually enjoy the moment yourself.
Exactly.
Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right. Moving on to Raw, NXT, and SmackDown of this week, and then we're done, boys. Fuck me, wow. Right, so Raw opens with Riho doing the promo because they're now the new tag bet.
Yeah.
It's
Tag team champions.
Rio, not Rio.
Rio. They do their promo about winning the belts and everything else. I thought it was a good promo, but I still think there's more to come from other team involvements. Just the fact that they've just got the belts as well. So, thoughts on the promo and where you see it going, boys?
Hopefully not giving Nia Jackson Last Legend the titles, because I don't think anyone wants Nia Jax to have another title.
No, I don't either,
Right,
mate.
Alex, I'm
But
going
the
to say this
promo
now.
itself was really good.
Say that again, mate.
Me or John?
No, you, because you were both going at the same time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The promo itself was really good,
Yeah.
but I still believe Nia Jax is holding Last Legend back.
Yes.
Last Legend could do a hell of a lot more solo.
Yeah.
And we all know what Nia Jax is like with tag teams.
Yes. Right, Jonathan, thoughty boy.
Well, Nia's only got one championship in her arsenal, and that's the I Hurt My Whole championship.
Oh my God! Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
But
No,
no,
that was
I think
my whole championship.
yes. But no, I thought the promo was really good. I thought it showed that they're not just focusing on one tag team; they're focusing on the whole division.
Yeah.
So
So-
quite possibly we could be looking at a 4-way.
Yeah, that's what I'm
for
thinking.
the
Yeah.
tag titles.
Yeah. So this is where if I've got this right, I may have it fucking wrong, but I think this is where my bugbear is with what Mr. Evans. Where he signed, right? This was the Raw he signed. Please tell me I've not mucked the fuck
Yeah.
up.
Yes, this was the right
No.
side.
Right, so this is a Raw. This is where my bug is, right? He signed. Or we don't actually physically get to see him sign a contract because, well, what? Does what they do because of the US. It goes to commercial fucking break.
Commercial.
They return and he's in the ring as a Raw superstar facing Bravo Americano. So, don't get me wrong. So fucking happy because it's a long time coming. But they could have let us as fans see him signing it, then going into the ring. You know what I mean? I know they've got to do commercials and everything else, but I think that takes it away for him as a superstar. If you know what I mean, as well. Like, he's getting that big moment on TV and everything else. But again,
Do you pay for adverts on Netflix, or do you
no, I don't pay for
do
the
you have
adverts.
no ad?
No, mate. SmackDown this week was a fucking nightmare. Absolute fucking nightmare. After everything, I get it was at Wembley, but if Ollie was in and watching, he'd be able to tell you, because we were playing FIFA, but had it on Netflix, and there was an ad after every fucking bit. There was an ad, a commercial break. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough said. All in all, again, so fucking happy for him, and the match alone, just I can't add anymore because Javon's just Javon. You know what I mean? He to be going up against Bravo now. Oh, right. Bravo is which one? Because remember,
Tyler Bate, I think.
I couldn't remember if he was Taylor or the other one, if you know what I mean.
Oh, Pete Dunne?
Yes.
Because I think Pete Dunne's the one that's in AAA.
Right, okay. That's right. You know what I mean? So, great to see them going up against, obviously, Taylor, which we all know. And sorry if we're breaking kayfabe, people, but it is what it is. But yeah, to go up against him for his first match on Raw, me having the bugbear, considering everything else, I thought for his first match to actually get the win, so happy, and so happy he's actually a fledgling part of the Raw roster. John.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I was a bit pissed off with the signing happening during commercial,
Yeah.
but like you said, Javon's Javon. Him and Leon Slater are the two best youngest talent in the absolute world
Yeah.
right now.
Yep. Alex?
Yeah, like John says, I was a bit pissed when they didn't show you the contract signing
Yeah.
when it was on a commercial break.
Yep.
But the match itself, I actually enjoyed because it's Javon Evans.
Yeah.
You
And
may say it was Leon Slater.
he was, but it's
Yeah, I
fine.
know.
It's fine.
Almost fucked up, all right.
But we then get Mr. Punk promo. And this is where Mr. Because this is quite funny. Was it not before this that Finn Balor was backstage playing the PS5?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was playing the PS5 and
Liv
and
Morgan comes in and gives him a good kick up the backside.
yeah, gives him a kick up the ass. And then obviously Punk comes out. He then does his promo, and then he then says, "Well, I thought this was whoever wrote this, mate. Right, it was brilliant, brilliant for the writing. Whoever it was that wrote it, right? Because you get the bit backstage of him playing the video games, then Liv Morgan giving him a kick up the ass. He comes out and then says to him about it, and that, and it's like Punk roasted Balor, if you know what I mean. And it was saying, "Oh, yo, I've been waiting for you to come out for weeks to challenge me for the belt, but you're either backstage playing video games or you're shining Liv Morgan's shoes." And I'm like thinking, wow. And then, as you say, like we alluded to, that he's came out and said, "No, I didn't want to fight you this week. I'll fight you next week in my hometown, but I'm bringing back up." But meaning alluding to the Demon. And see, mate, in Belfast this week, with him as a Demon, that crowd is going to fucking be lit, man, because it's his hometown. You know what I mean? That is going to be lit as fuck.
Right, I'm going to ask, do we get the inclusion of the puppet?
I think we might. Or is he just keeping that for AAA? Or is that what he's meaning? That I've got backup, you know? Just not trying to shy away from being the Demon and saying that he's going to be the prince. You know what I mean? But could that be that something happens out the ring and the puppet pops up and then it turns? I'm just putting it out there, but I would rather.
Right. I've got another thing, right? The puppet gets inside CM Punk's head by wearing an AJ Lee top.
Oh,
fuck.
fucking hell! You just went there, man. Jesus Christ! But I'd rather it wasn't just the demonoid. I'd rather it was the actual fledgling demon himself, if you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
Oh,
And
100%.
even when he was playing WWE 2K25, he still couldn't beat Cody Rhodes.
No, he's still exactly, mate. Exactly. So no, I really am looking forward to this match when it happens in Belfast. I really am. It's going to be
Well,
epic.
consider he was the first ever Universal Champion,
Yep.
and he only held that for 24 hours because he hurt his shoulder.
With the buckle bomb from Seth Rollins, yes.
Yes.
And he never actually physically got, when it was the Universal, because it's no longer that, he never actually got his official rematch to get that belt back.
But remember,
No.
the rematch clauses got taken off.
I
Taken away.
know,
by
but
then.
I think they were still in play at that point, and then they changed it. Like, then they've changed it now that there's no rematch clauses, if that makes sense. Right, after this lovely promo that I enjoyed so fucking much and can't wait for, you got the Kabuki Warriors versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan. Wait a minute. I wrote Roxanne Perez twice. No, it's not. No, it's not, because this was number one contenders match, sorry. And
Yes.
Perez and Morgan are now the new number one contenders for Rihayo. It's belts. So is that going to happen at Saturday Night Main Event?
Yeah, it's got to be confirmed.
Yes.
So that's the main event. So, right, because that's the match. It's a good match. I do think the right people won, because it's going to be good to see how Liv and Roxanne coexist together, rather than the way Liv, rather than the way that Liv and
Are you
normally
okay,
are.
Aaron?
Right. Well, I think John has cramp, right? So
No.
whilst
I'm getting a drink.
whilst he's doing Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel Rodriguez promo. Talk me through the Raquel Rodriguez promo, please, Alex. Fuck me, man. Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't a good promo.
No, it wasn't a fucking hell, man.
Because
Jesus.
this was the one she actually broke the belt.
Yes, because the one of the side plates.
I just slapped the side plate.
Yeah.
And the fact that she was this not when she was being interviewed by Michael Cole?
Yes.
And once that interview was done, which Raquel, I don't think can cut a decent promo.
No. I agree.
And then
She
she
go
went
back
up,
to-
and when she was walking back through the entrance of the ramp, Stephanie Vaquer comes out
Yep.
and basically yells at the camera, "This is not going to stop me." Then Raquel comes back out,
And then
attacks her,
and
and
chop
then
walks
just
out, yeah.
whacks the belt right off her boot.
Yeah. Because you could see it from her, because I've seen it on her Twitter, because she's wearing that moon boot. You could see the bruising that she's got from it and stuff, if you know what I mean. But fair play for her to come out, as you say, and say that, oh, this is not going to stop her, and then that's when the belt breaks after off the boot. So that's going to be interesting. But you're right with the promo. She can't. I think she needs more work, and I don't think that's her fault. I think it's because I can't remember what her skin thing is that she's got, but I think because she's not been around and being able to be at work because of this condition she has, it's hampered her a bit with different things, if you know what I mean.
Skin condition, yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember what it is. It's like she'll get flare-ups and she'll try and put makeup on to cover it, and it just doesn't. Like, she's documented it all over TikTok and stuff, and I feel for her at times. Like, see when it's warmer or whatever, it affects her more. And she gets this flare up. It's like she's blotchy all over the place. I can't actually physically remember what it's called.
Then how's she going to handle the weather in Saudi?
Well, that's very true, mate. That's very true.
But remember, Alex, you have to cover up in Saudi. They can't show
Yeah,
skin.
all the women are going to be practically wearing similar.
That's not the case. Even though they're covered up, the heat's still going through that outfit.
Mm-hmm. Mind you, it might be different because they are building an arena and it is outdoors.
I don't have
you
air
mean-
conditioning built in.
I'm meaning
You
for
mean
the
an
fucking.
arena that's not even finished?
Yes, I know, mate. And there's like, what, 2 weeks to the fucking show. This is, mate, and the
No, it's only a
construction,
week.
the construction to it, it just looks, honestly, wow. Just the way I get what they're trying to achieve and everything else. But if that collapses, fuck me. Fuck.
That collapses and kills fans. I hope this doesn't happen.
No, set.
But if something that severe happens during a pay-per-view,
They have to stop.
they'll have to stop going to Saudi.
Yeah, 100%.
Because when they're building new stadiums, people are dying building these stadiums and new buildings.
Yep. It's mental.
Because it's extreme heat.
Yeah, exactly, mate. It's mental. And I'm wondering if that's why it's not 100% done yet, if you know what I mean. Because of the heat. Anyway, right. Bronson Reed and Austin Theory versus Dragon Lee and Penta. I was very pleasantly surprised, though, because I expected Bronson Reed and Austin Theory to win this, not the Dragon Lee and Penta.
Yeah, I was expecting Penta and Dragon Lee to win.
Yeah.
But we all know that a certain somebody was banned from the building.
Yes.
And Heyman was warned if he shows up with bad intentions.
Yes, Mr. Breaker, yes.
He did it anyway.
Yes, and that's
he
what...
came down.
Yep.
He came running down the ramp, speared Dragon Lee.
Yep.
Caused the DQ, which means Penta and Dragon Lee win that match.
Caused the DQ, and then the security get involved.
The match itself was okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, because a certain Logan Paul was at ringside.
Yes.
And we all know how we feel about him.
Oh yes, and the fact he is now a full-time member of WWE, and apparently Mr. Heyman was the one that convinced him to now sign that contract and be a full-time member.
Yeah, is that why he's getting $5 million a year?
Yes.
Because I know Kevin Nash was pissed off at that when he learned that.
Yeah, I know, mate. I know. Yes.
So was David Hoffman.
Yes. So as you say, he was told he wasn't allowed to. He did what he did, speared them, did that, caused the DQ. Security came down, i.e. NXT superstars came down, took them all out, and then that was it. That was where Adam Pearce then had enough and basically said, "You're suspended indefinitely and get out of here." So that's where I was alluding to earlier, how he takes no shit. Like, if you come away, like when we were alluding to NXT, what was going on with Ava, that's why I was meaning that he takes no shit. He basically is like, well, you disobeyed the direct order. You're suspended indefinitely. Fuck off. Fair play.
So do you think that'll play a factor into the Rumble then? He's been suspended.
I think his suspension will be up before the Rumble.
Yeah, I think it will get lifted before then. I do, because this is building. This is reminding me of when he's the same way he's a similar storyline to his father. Like when he was told to stay away, didn't stay away, did exactly similar, and got suspended until he was told not to be back. So
wasn't Scott Steiner on steroids?
Yes.
When he was wrestling?
Yeah.
I thought Braun's dad was Rick.
No, it's Scott Steiner.
Scott Steiner.
No, Scott Steiner's his uncle.
Anyway, right. With AJ Styles and Gunther, and I will figure this out. John, take us away with this match.
This is a match that I was on about earlier when AJ made Gunther tap out and the ref didn't see it again. And I think AJ should pursue to get the decision reversed and have AJ win the match.
Okay.
Yeah, that reverse is not going to happen.
It's definitely not. It's not. Man, it's like...
At least we saw Gunther tap like a little bitch.
Yes, but again, it's similar to what happened with because the referee didn't see it, he's seen the pin. But from another angle, you do see it happening. So it won't, It won't get reversed from like that, but this is still building, and they're going to fight again. 100%. It's not over between them.
I'm gonna say this now, right? This is to WWE officials and WWE, right? Because you're in Europe, get yourselves to Specsavers and get those fucking eyes tested.
Oh my god! Do we have
How
a
could you borrow
match?
John specs?
Do we have a match or a segment tonight before we move on to NXT quickly?
Oh,
The Dragon Lee match.
yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. And John, you were right. Rick Steiner is his dad.
Yes, get up, yeah.
My arse.
Honestly, right. So, NXT from this week. We get. It opens with Kiana Jordan versus. No, it doesn't. Or does it? I can't fucking remember. Oh, Ava came out, actually.
Yeah, because you had all the superstars.
Shut all the
surrounding them.
superstars out, and because of the.
And then Ricky Saints come down and
Yeah.
started sniping off, saying that he deserves to be have the belt handed to him because he was the last.
He was the
champion
last
before.
champ. Yeah. And then, so they're going to have a tournament.
Yeah, a ladder match, and I think it's a fatal four. Is it a fatal four or a six?
I think it's a 6-person ladder match.
6-person ladder match, but we don't know who the competitors are as of yet.
There's qualifier matches happening
Yes,
throughout the.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at for the state of play for the NXT Championship, with obviously Obafemi leaving it in the belt from New Year's Evil. Kiana Jordan versus Lola Vice. Vice won the match. Take us away, John.
Like, what can you say about Wall Vice that we've not already said? Like, fucking
Yeah, true,
amazing.
mate. True.
She's an absolute talent. She's got a bright future ahead of her.
I concur. I don't think she's going to stop her anytime soon, if that makes sense. Right,
Yeah.
Alex, thoughts quickly.
Yeah, Lola Vice, phenomenal talent. It was a really good match.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I could see Lola Vice getting called up after the Rumble.
Yes, I agree. Totally, mate. I don't think there's because of what she's doing. I don't think there's anything more she can do on NXT right now.
But what if she's one of the surprises in the Rumble?
That's what I was just about to say. She's going to be in the Rumble probably.
Very, very true. Right, Jasper Troy versus Tavion Heights, and Mr. Troy won the match.
I'm not exactly thrilled about this
Okay.
because I think that they've just basically buried Tavian Heights
Okay. Why?
because they should have had. Because Jasper Troy doesn't look like this type of person to win anything with speed.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Whereas Tavian Heights has got the right build. He's athletic. He can get the job done. He's got the moves. He just needs that extra little push, and then he's there.
I think I can't add any more to that. I don't think I can.
I don't think I can add anything. I don't think I can add anything to it.
No. So this was. Wow.
I've literally just took the words out of Alex's mouth.
You took the
Yeah, I can't even
words
talk.
right
It's
out
your
of
fault,
my
John.
mouth. Right. Mrs. Monroe promo. And this was what I alluded to earlier because with the change and what the direction we were going down. But she didn't get much in the way of memory serves me correctly to start her promo. Is that correct?
Yeah.
She got part of the way through it and a certain Jediah Parker music hit. And the pop she fucking got from the crowd when her music hit.
The Parker.
Oh, mate, the pop, and I wasn't expecting her back as quickly and everything else, but the pop she got when she came out, and you could just see it on Monroe's face as much to say, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And I just thought it was brilliant. And then I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes because if memory, because obviously I watched it a couple of days ago, I can't actually fucking properly remember. But she did attack her as well in the ring, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's fine. But I'm looking forward to seeing this now adds more into the mix with the Thea Hale stuff and that as well. Now with Jada interrupting her too. Could it be a fatal four-way for this title with Jada Parker just coming back?
It's
Well,
possible.
Yes. Thoughts? I just need yours, I think, Alex, because I think John's. I'm leaving him just now because he's still in his element.
um, yeah, I thought it was the segment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the segment was really good. But also when Jada Parker came back out, returned, and like you said, the pop she got,
Mm-hmm.
probably the loudest NXT's ever had, in a long time actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, segment was good. Looking forward to see where it goes from here.
Yep. John, whilst you're salivating away quickly.
I love the fact that freaking twat, fucking Blake Monroe got what she fucking deserved.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't think he needs to add any more to that because he's
Nah,
not right. Shannon Lorenzo Stacks versus Shiloh Hill and Lorenzo. Look, Shannon Stacks won. Fuck me. I thought, no, what? I'm loving that we're getting to see Shiloh Hill quite a bit. Because he's from Evolve or LFG. Someone correct me.
He was the winner. I think he was a runner up on LFG.
Right, okay. And so it's good to see him get to showcase his talent again, even though he's under the development of NXT
Have you
and
heard?
stuff.
Have you heard what they're going to start making?
Oh God, go on.
So the Undertaker's reverted to this, and it's a certain person who's never going to be mentioned in WWE history's name ever again.
Okay.
But they're going to start selling the Toothless Aggression T-shirts again.
Toothless.
oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ. Oh wow. Right. As I said, no, I'm loving it. But I do think it was right for Lorenzo to go over. And I'm just looking forward to seeing where it goes with Shiloh Hill and how far he can go with an NXT brand.
Yeah, but the question is, how many more teeth does Shiloh have to fall out
Yeah,
every week?
I know.
'Cause that's what, 2 weeks now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
John, thoughts?
Well, I would like to see Toothless Aggression bring Toothless back to the main roster.
Yeah, instead of having Benoit's face on it, put
Right.
Shiloh's face on the shirt.
Fucking hell. Do you have anything to add about Toothless Aggression or anything for this, Alex?
Well, obviously, we all know why they don't talk about the Toothless Aggression
Yes.
because
Yes.
of Benoit. But I think it needs to come back,
Yeah.
reinvent it,
Yes. Definitely.
reinvent the Toothless Aggression, but not mention Benoit
Totally. I totally agree with you, mate. I like
because
it.
WWE have already erased him from all history.
Yes. So we get the new champion in the North American champion promo. Thoughts, Alex?
Shit.
Yeah.
It was a shit promo.
She could do so much better.
Yes.
And I think that's the problem is with the way it's happened with her getting the belt, I think it's rushed. Because she was in that open challenge last week. And I think, see, if this was a couple of weeks down the line, she'd be able to deliver that promo way better if it was a few more weeks down the line.
100%.
Sorry, you could carry on. I'm just adding my thoughts so I don't have to add them in.
I thought it was piss poor. I think the writers need to go back and rewrite the history books and come out and redo that promo all over again. And yeah, Thought it was a fucking absolute shit promo.
Alex, to add, or have you covered enough yourself?
I think I've covered enough. But if they're gonna have her defend the North American title,
Mm-hmm.
Battle Royal,
No, I like that. I
over the
like
top,
that.
at the top, over the top, Battle Royal.
No, I like that.
Winner gets the belt.
I like that.
You know what? Right, I'm going to say this now. Izzy Dane's the Buskers to Thea Hales the Pedigree. It's the dog brand.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Joe Hendry versus to close the show whilst my brain tries to fucking work out anything.
It's just John saying he'd rather have them sit on his face.
Yeah, it's true. Joe Hendry versus Dion Lennox. And Joe Hendry had backup because OTM were with Joe Henry because Dion Lennox had.
Dark State.
Yes, so I thought, did they send in the DQ or did Joe win out right?
No, it was no DQ.
It was no DQ, right? Okay. So Mr. Henry won the match.
Yep.
You know what? Very good match. But I liked how he thought about it because it was no DQ. That he thought that Dark State were going to be with him, so he thought, "Fuck, I'm bringing him back up, so I'm not on my own."
Yeah.
Stuff. So I thought, no, what, really, really good. Still love seeing what he's doing. Joe can't wait to fucking February to see what Ollie's going to fucking do. That's going to be interesting. He's cosplaying as, so when we go down to FTLO, he's cosplaying as Joe Hendry, but because the BEC arena is fucking freezing, he is not doing it in the shorts. He's going to be like in, like, the chinos and the shirt.
Yeah.
Throughout the day, we'll do our whatever, and in the evening we've got the after party after, and that's when the cosplay competition is. The music hits, and then he comes out as him, and so
you'll need to record it and let me see it.
Yeah, well, don't worry, mate. There'll be no pod that week either, boys.
Is he dyeing his hair blonde or is he?
No, just going to get spray. We're going to get we're going to know how you get the wigs.
Yeah.
We're just going to get that. He says, Dad, don't want to wear a wig, so we're just going to get the blonde spray that washes in and washes out.
Fair. That's fair.
So yeah. So anyway, yes.
That's going to be class though.
That's that. So I think the right person won. I'm looking forward to him officially becoming an actual member of the NXT roster.
Are we not going to talk about how the match ended?
Actually, I was leaving that to someone else. I was leaving that to you.
A certain Tony D'Angelo?
Yes. Yes.
Did you not help Joe Henry then attack Joe Henry?
No, he attacked both of them.
He attacked both of them, yeah.
Oh.
He attacked Dion Lennox first, and then he attacked Joe Hendry.
Yep.
And then he pulled Joe Hendry over Dion to get the win.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, okay.
Very interesting. But I didn't want to steal all thunder and talk all, because everything else I have talked forever, so I thought I'd let someone else do the finish with the match. I thought it'd be nice. Do you have anything to add, John, before we go on to SmackDown and get this over and done with before next week? Because we have fucking covered shit tons.
Just that Joe Henry is going to excel, and I think he is going to be Scotland's second world heavyweight champion by end of 2027.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, but what music videos is he going to do when he hits the main roster?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
We already remember the one he did with Drew McIntyre in ICW.
Yeah, mate, that was class.
He's going to revive Matt Cardona's Edge's Bitch song. That would be class.
That would be class. Right, anyway. SmackDown from this week. Show opens with, mate, brilliant. Wembley Arena, right? And I'm not going to lie, right? I know he's Scottish, and I know that English can be assholes, right? But they're happy because he's English as well. Like, he's up and down the area, right? He's British, yes, but I was expecting, because you know how some Brits can be to Scots, right?
Yeah.
His music hit. Well, actually, they're playing the Flower of Scotland first on the bagpipes. So I thought
Yeah.
that was for them being in Wembley Arena. I thought it was a really nice touch, and I was expecting someone in the crowd to boo it because you know where it is. And the fact that they didn't get that, and then his music hits, but when his music hits, the Pipers are still playing along to his music, which I thought again was a nice touch. Comes out with a belt, and he's actually got. This is where I hate the internet so much because obviously when he won the belt last week on SmackDown, then they went on tour. So when he's left where they were to go to Scotland, to go to the Hydro there's not been the time to actually change the nameplates from Cody's to his.
Aye, the side plates.
The side plates hadn't been changed. When
Yeah.
when he was in, obviously, the Hydro and wherever else he'd been touring, it still had Cody's side plates on it. And I was thinking to myself, well, the shows that you're doing at the moment, right, they've probably not had a chance because wherever they were on SmackDown, he's then left SmackDown, got on a plane to fly to Glasgow to be at Glasgow for a house show. Then wherever he's gone from Glasgow, he's got to be at another house show. And half of these shows, because they're house shows and they're European tours, unless they tell you they're advertised for TV, unless you know someone that's at the show, you're not going to see footage of anything. So it's like someone put it out, and I know the guy, and I was saying to him, he says, "Oh yeah, mate, he's not got his side plates." I says, "Well, he won't." He goes, "Well, why wouldn't he?" I says, "Well, mate, he's just left America. How long does it take to fly from America to get back up to?"
Technically, it was Germany.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, Germany. Sorry, yes, sorry, yes, it was. It was Berlin they were in. That was right. So I'd says
Aye,
as well.
'cause the SmackDown was billed as back from Berlin.
Yes, this is done with. They flew from there then, and then he's got to get to Scotland. He's landed, then he's got to go and do media stuff if he's got any of that to do. Then he's got the show in the evening. It says, but because it's not on TV, he'll not care. He'll be happy that he's got the belt, regardless of his side plates being on it or not. It says, but I guarantee you, SmackDown on Friday night, he will have his side plates on his belt. And it was so funny because he didn't watch it until later, like after it aired. He'd watched it the next day and he went, okay, smart ass. I says, I'm not being smart. I says to mate, I've watched the WWE for that long. I kind of know how
you know
most shit works now. Like if they were doing a European tour, he as a superstar's not going to care that his side plates haven't been changed. But when he's next on SmackDown on TV, they will have his side plates on it. Anyway, I digress a little bit. But what I loved, we got all that build up. You got him, he did his promo, and then he did he turned on the crowd and say, no, you should be saying thank you, Juice. No, screw you, Juice. And I'm thinking, okay, this is interesting. And then Mr. Orton interrupts him.
Yeah.
Mr. Orton comes out because obviously he's in a match with The Miz for the tournament to determine the number one contender at Saturday Night Main Event this Saturday coming. So Orton comes out. But in the process of when Orton comes out, Jacob Fatu's music hits. Jacob comes in, doesn't touch Orton, goes after Drew, and Drew's like, nah, fuck this, I'm out of here. And Orton's just standing around taking it all in again, as much as say, okay, this doesn't affect me. And then we get Orton versus The Miz to determine who.
But remember, Jacob attacked Drew outside the ring, and then
Yeah,
he went over the barrier in the crowd, and then he ran off, and
he ran off, but it's like, did you not notice though, right, as well? See when anytime, it doesn't matter whether it be Drew or whoever it is, but it's like Jacob Fatu's head is built differently. Because when he threw him into that ring post, like anybody else, they'll take it, right? And Jacob hit it, and he just looked around, and I'm like, well, what the fuck? It's like he didn't feel getting hit in the outside ring
You know
post.
what?
Yeah, it looked like it had a big metal plate right in his dome.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Jacob's head's built like a Roadblocks character.
Just not a Minecraft character.
Yeah, true.
So that's JD McDonough.
So I'm very happy that Mr. Orton won this match, and I'm very happy with his segment. So because obviously I know we're getting on a bit. So, thoughts on the segment and thoughts on Randy advancing to be one of the competitors in the fatal four-way for the number one contenders match at Saturday Night Main Event next week.
I enjoyed the segment because it's Drew's first SmackDown as champion.
Yep.
But it's still leading to who attacked Jacob.
Yes, it
Was
is
it
definitely.
Drew? Was it Cody?
Yeah.
I don't think it was either. I think
As
it was
for Randy, I'm happy Randy Orton won the match
Yes.
because we all knew the Miz wasn't beating him.
Oh no, definitely not, mate. Definitely not.
So,
I thoroughly enjoyed the match. The segment was really good. I liked how Drew came up with the Rangers colours.
Yeah, I knew you were ready to say that, mate. Yep.
And the bagpipes just hit different.
Yeah. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Julia and Kiana James. I never said her name wrong. Bliss and Flair won the match.
Woo!
And again, I'm loving how the dynamic I could with Julia and James. They're getting, rather than James being a mouthpiece like she was outside the ring before, I'm loving how she's getting involved and being the actual tag partner for a change. And it's good to see, as you said, John, from it, that they're showing us not just a couple of tag teams, but they're showing us various women's different tag teams. And I can't remember the last time in WWE we'd seen that before you'd have whoever had the belts, but there'd only be, when these belts got defended, it'd only be against a couple of other folk, whereas there's that many between Raw and SmackDown. If you include NXT in the mix as well, there's that many tag teams out there, if you know what I mean, just now. And it's good to see the different dynamics, but I'm still loving the chemistry that Bliss and Flair have. And
absolutely.
I still think at one point, though, like, because obviously Nia Jax did plant that seed, there may be a turn from one of the two of them at some stage later down the line. But I don't,
it's not a big Charlotte.
I don't see it coming just now, because you could see how much they're enjoying working together. But because that seed was planted before, I could see it happening at some stage.
I could see it happening. I could see the turn happening at WrestleMania.
Yep.
But you're forgetting the seed's also been planted with Nia Jax and Last Legend.
Yes, it has. Yes. Yep.
Thanks to Alexa Bliss.
Yes, totally. And because remember though, it was Nia that did it, so is that why they've piggybacked with Alexa doing it?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Which I think is brilliant as well. Okay, Cody Rhodes promo. Alex, go for it. What? Okay, John, go, John. You started, go.
Like you can see the ever so slightly heelish behaviour from Cody, because he asked the crowd, "Why did you do that?" And he was like, "Why did you cheer when he come out with the belt?" And they weren't really interacting with his song either.
I think it's because the crowd are the same as us. They know it's coming and they just want it like now. They don't want to wait any longer.
Yeah,
and I think it's a fact that
they are sick of being behind someone that's been champion for so long, and they wanted a new champion.
Yep, and they've got a new champion.
Who won that belt? They changed their tune instantly.
Yeah, since Cody's had the belt, how many title defenses has he actually had?
A lot more than Roman Reigns.
A lot more than Roman Reigns, but I think up until when Drew won the belt, like a couple of weeks back. Well, a week ago now. Sorry, it'll be 2 weeks this week. That decision wasn't actually made until literally hours before, because or on that day or just before the match, because for so fucking long that Cody was still going over, and the decision was then made, no, fuck it, Drew's going over. But see now, right, I don't think, and I don't know if you guys agree, but Cody doesn't need the belt. right?
No.
He could go on and be a heel, but see with the he's had the belt for the length of time that he's had. He's carried the company on his back, like the way Drew did during the COVID era and stuff, and like that, right?
Yeah. I
But
was just about to say something.
But whereas now, see with him not having the belt, yes, he'll still be at all these different shows, but he doesn't have all the pressures of all the different media stuff that he would have to do. He could then be at home more and potentially, because remember, I know they didn't have the they've just had a little one, so it'll give him time to spend with Brandy and the new little one as well, because the pressures of being on the road
Yeah,
aren't going to be as
apparently
much.
that decision last minute, Cody
Mhm.
had a bit to play in that.
Oh,
I was
really?
just about to say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cody
But
opted for it.
fair
did
enough.
did you hear him? Did you hear him allude when he come out? He goes. Normally, when I come out, I normally say, "What do you want to talk about?"
Yeah, I
And he
did.
never said that.
He said it later on and stuff, and then was it like the Jacob not come out as well then as well?
Yeah, because he called
Yeah.
Jacob out.
He called Jacob out.
Yeah, he
He
called
didn't
Jacob
come
out.
out, and then
Jacob never
something
come out.
happened later on, and then or did Jacob not come out, and then Cody got involved. Then later on, something happened later on in the show.
Yeah, because he called. Yeah, because Jacob come out, and Jacob called Cody out, and he says, "Why not wait? Why not? Let's not wait. Let's not wait around. Let's get this on." And then Nick Aldis come out and pulled them apart and try to keep them apart. And
Yeah.
but I think this feud right here is going to be the reason Nick Aldis pulls his boots back on.
Okay. Interesting. Well, I have seen a tweet earlier, or a couple of days ago, that there's talks of Bray Wyatt um, going part time but still doing commentary, but going back to loosening up the boots and having a feud with
You mean Wade Barrett?
yes, that one too.
You said Bray Wyatt.
Bad news Barrett, sorry, yes. Wade Barrett, fucking hell. But I think that's gonna culminate
I
with
mean, how
this.
can Bray Wyatt come back from the dead
Well,
to do
technically he
commentary?
can. Bo Dallas. Because Bo Dallas has got the stuff.
Different person.
Yeah, I know, okay, shut up.
Hey, you're the one that fucked up, no me.
I know, man. I know. Wade Barrett, sorry, is meant to be coming back part time, but he'll still do commentary. But this will be because remember when all the shit hit the fan way back when with Drew and Wade was the only one. That's going to bring that storyline back into it, seemingly. I don't know how true it is, but we'll wait and see. Anyway, right. Moving on to the next. When was this bastard and bitch Clinton Hooer?
I don't
Yeah.
remember that person being a wrestler. Bastard and
Rick
bitch couldn't do it.
Williams versus Matt Cadona in the next match. This was another contenders match to see who's in the fatal four way. And
Mark Cardona versus Trick Williams.
yes, it was Matt Cardona versus Trick Williams, and Trick Williams won the
Yeah.
match.
Yeah, Trick Williams won the match, and Mark Cardona was pissed about not being able to get the win.
Yes, he was pissed because I seen that on Twitter and shit. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, boys, but was it in between this or after that a certain Mr. Williams came down? Or was it before
Mr.
this?
Wilson. Kit
Yeah.
Wilson.
Wilson
Kit Wilson, did he come down before this? Or was it
after the match.
After
sorry?
the match, it was because Trick
It-
was walking up the ramp,
That's right,
and
yeah.
Kit come down, and he just started dancing and everything.
What
And
I thought, right, was
then
good, what was brilliant about this, because obviously, yes, Cadona was pissed, but he was doing his dance with his new music. He literally then goes and gets Cadona, throws Cadona into the stairs. His music cuts off, and he gets back in to do his entrance thing. And the music cuts back on, and then he does pro. But he wasn't in a match, though, was he?
No.
no,
So I'm thinking, I get this did that segment, but I'm thinking, what the fuck was the point in that? Because the next match after that was
because if you go to think about it, where were they? Where were they that
they
night?
were in Wembley, and he resides from that
And
area.
he's from London,
Yeah, that makes
so they wanted to
sense.
give the hometown boys. But he is so over right now.
Oh
It is
yeah, he is, mate.
unbelievable.
He is. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. And then we move on to Damian Priest versus Solo Sikoa. Now this was a qualifier match as well. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
This is the qualifying match, and Priest advanced. So that's 3 out of 3. Thoughts on the match and anything in between?
I thought it was pretty. Oh, on you go, Alex.
I thought it was an okay match. We knew there was going to be interference from the Wyatts.
Yes.
So the match itself was predictable. We knew Damien was winning it,
Yeah.
regardless. The match could have been better,
Yep.
but the whole MFTs and Wyatt's feud is kind of getting boring right now.
Yes. It's the same
Because
revisited
if you
stuff.
remember that 8-man tag they had 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
that was one of the worst matches I've ever seen.
Yes.
It was that boring.
And I'm not looking
You-
forward to next week when they face off again for the belts.
Yeah,
You
even
know
I'm
what?
saying that's not going to be a good match.
No.
The only thing that made that segment funny was having Nikki chasing somebody.
Yes. But
You do realise that was in Glasgow, right?
No, she did chase, who was it she chased? She chased somebody up the crowd because they ran away.
I've no idea.
I'm positive she chased somebody on SmackDown.
I know the house show in Glasgow, she chased Byron.
Yes, just Byron at the house show in Glasgow. I do remember that. Whilst John figures out who she chased, we'll move on to the open
I
challenge.
can't physically remember, but I remember watching her chasing somebody.
Right, that's fine. Open challenge now. Carmelo Hayes said he wanted the best that he can fight. And the best he got was.
The youngest in charge.
Take us away then, John. Go on.
Do you know what? I actually thought in bits of this match, I thought Leon was winning that US title. But I can't fault Carmelo Hayes for the
No.
way he respected Leon Slater at the end of that match was the way it should have been.
Yeah, 100%, totally. But like you, I'm the same at points. It done, and the fact that when he put out there saying he wanted the best, and I'm thinking, makes sense to have Leon, obviously because he's from Bradford, he's from England, so I thought made sense. But and you're right with the respect shown and everything else. For me, I'm sorry, this wins match of the night. I'm 100%
100%.
match of the night. I
I
can't
agree.
give it to anything else.
And it's just a matter of time before we see Leon joining Javon.
Yes, totally. And them being a tag team together and running for the tag belts on
I
Raw.
can see them winning it.
I could too, mate, because they're just, even though I know I've alluded to it, like the chemistry that they have as singles competitors in the ring with each other, but as a tag team, they understand each other so well.
I'm
If you know what I
going
mean.
to chuck this out there, right?
Uh-huh.
Now I know it's probably never going to happen, but Pretty Deadly versus Javon and Leon in a TLC match.
Oh, that's interesting. Depends on when the other one from Pretty Deadly gets back, mate, from his injury and stuff. I
Yeah,
think
I don't
that's.
think they'll
Elton
put
Prince.
Elton Prince in a match like that with suffering a broken neck, remember?
No, I don't either, mate. Exactly.
They don't want. They will not want. They will not to risk them doing further damage to his neck.
No, exactly that. Right. Moving swiftly on, Chelsea Green versus Jordana Grace, and obviously Jordana Grace won the match. And she clearly got because was Jade Cargill not at ringside or somewhere watching
Was.
Yeah, she
something?
was sat in the corner, yeah.
Yeah. So this definitely is going to be at some point we're going to get Jordana Grace versus Cargill.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's if
100%.
Cargill decides to put the fucking title on the line.
Yes, I know, but I don't think that's her fault, if that makes sense. But anyway, thoughts really quickly.
The match was okay. It could have been better, to be
Mhm.
honest. But I think for me, I would have expected Cargill to get involved and cause a disqualification.
I was expecting out of the fact that she didn't. I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Anything to add, John, before we move on?
No. I fell asleep at that match, to be fair.
So that means you didn't enjoy the match. So there we go. Right, match of the evening. Not match of the evening, main event of the evening. Fucking hell. Second match of the night.
Sami Zayn versus
Eli Dragunov. Yes, this was to determine who goes on to Montreal, and kind of figured there was stuff backstage in that with him and Drew and things. And he says to him, "You do have to remember, I'm coming for you if I make my way through this because it is in my hometown next Saturday." And I was like, "That's pretty cool." I don't know if you guys noticed. See when he busted them open. That was an actual legitimate punch. It wasn't know how you normally do the thingy ones.
Yeah.
It was like the fact when he was doing that, like Eli actually said to him, "Hit me." Like Eli told him to actually physically, and like Sammy did it because I've seen the clip and I'm thinking, and you see Eli motion to him again, and I was like, "Wait, what?" I'm thinking, "What the fuck?" I know what it was. Just that match had fucking absolutely everything. Everything that both competitors could throw at each other. And at one point, I really did think that Eli was going over, because it's just I was hooked. The way they told the story in the match and how everything,
Yeah.
and it's like when you get to a point and you're watching a match and you think because you've seen wrestling that much, and you think right one, and you go 1, 2, 3, oh no, and then it's a roll up, and it's roll back, it's this and that. I'm like, how the fuck are they guys still going? And how is this match not fucking ended yet? And I thought, know what? So happy Sammy did progress, and we've got the 4 competitors for the Fatal 4-Way on Saturday night. But I wouldn't have, if Eli won, I would have been happy as well because the match from both of them to set up to potentially get to the Saturday night main event was just
Yeah.
honestly phenomenal, and for me, definitely it's up there as second match of the night. John, Alex, I don't know who wants to take a stab.
I'll try it. um, well, I couldn't agree more. This was the second match of the night. It had everything. It's Sami Zayn and Eli Dragunov. There's every time these two get together, they put on a masterclass.
Yeah.
The match itself, absolutely amazing. And I hope we see a feud between the two of them very soon, whether it's a heel Sammy or a heel Dragunov. I can see Dragunov being a heel.
Oh yeah, totally. I agree. I think there could be a feud with them going forward, mate, because if they would be fighting backwards and forwards for the next few weeks, mate, I would be hooked. You know what I mean? Because they just tell the story so well. And I think at one point before, when they were in it, I'm not sure if they were in NXT together. I can't actually physically remember.
No, the one as well.
No, but I think he's came.
No.
They, as you say, the fact they've got. You could tell that they've known each
Yeah.
other for a while, whether it be through
Yeah.
development or whatever, because they just knew how to combat each other and tell the story that they needed to get to the end goal as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing that going again. Right, John, thoughts, and then we'll call it after that.
But I thought Sami was feeling very oozy.
Oh fuck! Wow! Wow!
But nah,
I knew you were going to say that.
I just thought it was fantastic. But it also makes sense Sammy winning the whole thing as well
Yes.
because he still has to get his receipt for being part of the bloodline and screwing Drew McIntyre.
Yes, that's very true, mate. That is very, very true. So obviously we have Saturday night main event is next Saturday. Yes, 24th. Yes, it's
Yeah.
next week. So, apart from that, we have confirmed, obviously, the Fatal 4-Way number one contenders match. We have Trick Williams, Sami Zayn. Oh, fuck.
Cody versus Randy Orton
Yep.
and
Sami, Randy, Damian Priest.
and
Cody-
you also have
Go on.
you also is it Cody versus Jacob's being announced.
Yep. I don't think there's been anything else as of yet.
No, not as of yet. No.
And then the week after that is the big one.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is the official road to WrestleMania.
Yep.
And again, this Rumble's going to be remembered for the wrong fucking reasons.
Yeah, I know, mate.
Yeah,
I
'cause
know.
Alex isn't involved.
No,
No, because I'll just fart in the middle of the ring and knock every cunt over the top rope.
exactly. That's it. Well, boys, thank you so much indeed for joining me this evening. After we've not been here for about 4 weeks, just with Christmas and New Year. Myself, I can't remember what day me and Craig are on. Fuck.
Tuesday.
Thursday.
Thursday?
It's
I'm sure you
Tuesday.
said
You're on with Craig.
you're on with Mad Dog. Is it not Mad Dog? Is it not Mad Dog on Thursday with you and Craig?
No, I don't know. It's either the two.
I'm pretty sure I
Anyway,
used to do interviews on a Tuesday.
we normally do it, but I think it's
but you have changed it this week.
right. Okay, me and Craig are back at Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday this week with Mad Dog Mike Angus. I can't actually fucking remember which day it is because this has been a
And because Craig said the last time that you were on with Danny Clark, that you were coming back on Thursday.
right. Okay. Apparently, me and Craig are back on Thursday. I'm not sure of the time. Craig will put socials out throughout this week. Myself and the boys will be back next Saturday, 8 p.m. Boys.
Is it Saturday?
Saturday. I'm making sure you're paying attention, John. No, next Sunday about 8 p.m.
So 8 p.m. next Sunday, I'll be there.
Yep. So thank you everyone who has been here and listened to us waffle the biggest lot of crap for near enough 3 hours. Thank you, boys, for taking time to let me waffle and then interject when we could because there's just been so much to cover. We will see you next week, and thank you and peace.